Airports always have a smell, don't they? A mix of coffee, stale air, and endings. For Lily, this scent had become a regular part of her life for the past year. Long-distance love taught her a lot about patience, but it also taught her about ache. Standing at gate 27, she kept refreshing the arrival screen on her phone. The flight from San Francisco was delayed. Again, she took a slow breath, reminding herself that waiting was just part of loving Ethan. They'd met 2 years ago. And what started with a few jokes turned into a love strong enough to challenge the miles. When he got a job offer across the country, they made a promise. They'd try, they'd stay. Keeping promises takes courage. The first few months were okay. Scheduled calls, weekend visits, care packages. But soon, the time zones stretched conversations thin, and exhaustion shortened their patience. They fought about nothing, about everything, but they never gave up. Tonight was different. Ethan was coming back. For good. Her phone buzzed, landed, her heart leaped. She moved closer to the arrival doors, watching reunions happen all around her. People with signs, balloons, and flowers. Hugs, laughter, tears. The doors slid open. Passengers poured out. Lily scanned the faces, searching for that familiar walk, the way he always looked a little lost in thought. And then, she saw him. He was travel-worn and tired, his eyes searching the crowd until they locked onto hers. The world just faded away. He smiled, a soft, relieved kind of smile. She started walking toward him, slow at first, then faster. He dropped his bag just as she reached him, and they collided in a hug that felt like it held every single day they had been apart. "I'm here," he whispered into her hair. She laughed through her tears. "You really are." They pulled back just enough to look at each other. She leaned in and kissed him. It was a kiss that tasted like relief, like home, like the end of waiting. When they finally pulled apart, they were both breathless, smiling like they'd just found something they were terrified they'd lost. "I missed you," he said. "I missed us," she replied. Driving back to her apartment, they held hands, soaking in the strange perfection of just being in the same space. At her place, they laughed at how awkward it felt to share a room after months of living on screens. He noticed the small changes, new photos. The plant, he joked, would die, now thriving by the window. 2. Kept it alive, he teased. Barely, she smiled. Sitting on the couch, the city lights glowing outside, he admitted quietly. "I was scared that when I came back, things would feel different." She took his hand. "They do feel different," he tensed. "Better," she added. Relief washed over his face. "Shay." He leaned in and kissed her again, slower this time, unhurried. They finally had all the time in the world. They talked late into the night, sharing all the loneliness and fears they had never said out loud. With each confession, it felt like another thread was tying them back together. When she rested her head on his chest, listening to his steady heartbeat, she realized something powerful. Love doesn't disappear with distance, it just waits. The next morning, Lily woke up with his arm around her, solid and warm. She turned to face him, and his eyes were already open. "Good morning," he said softly. She smiled. "You stayed." He kissed her forehead. "I'm not going anywhere." The days that followed were a rediscovery. Grocery shopping felt romantic. Cooking together felt like teamwork. One evening, standing on her balcony, they watched planes trace lines across the sky. "Funny," Lily said. "Airports used to feel like endings." Ethan wrapped his arms around her from behind. "Now they feel like beginnings." She turned in his arms and kissed him, a slow, certain kiss full of promise. Long distance. Love had taught them patience, but their reunion taught them presence. Some flights don't just bring people home, they bring love back to life. Thanks for watching. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. See you next time.